Hey people, Intro here, 3v3 faction war. This is Greysuck, Undercity and Orcs versus Chaos Space Marines. For the blue Orky team, this translates to quiet, I believe, Tihий, something like that, with a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter. Alongside, Espodat with a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting with ranged weapons, puts out some good damage and has some fun Orky gadgets, already shooting at a Plague Champion over there. Rounding off the Orc team though is ChunkuCoates with a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front line. Looks like the Blood Axes elite scheme recolored into blue. Red Chaos fellas, Almahr is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. What is this? Iron Warriors elite scheme here. Alongside, no idea where to even start with this name. Just gonna call them the Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Also with Iron Warriors, I think, but it's been recolored a bit maybe. Oh no, those are just the Chaos Lord CSM there. And he's got quadruple Heretics to Plague Champion. Rounding off the teams is Scummy with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. We might see the cyborg implants or spiky bits for the Warboss with all these heretics around. Sluggers need to be very careful here. Looks like ChunkuCoates got some away, but I don't know if the other fellows are going to get away. They're going to die in this massive brawl right here. Just Doom Blast after Doom Blast. These are Espodat sluggers with burners up. I think they're going to be okay. They should be okay. And there is a big stomp from the Warboss. Great tool to use against massed heretics. Look at the death right here already. A frantic and brutal opening then. Shooter boys with big shooters being Doom Blasted and forced off there. Some Doom Bolts flying in from Almahr coming from the northeast. Got Eternal War up. They got double CSM. So has Scummy, by the way. Got no Eternal War here. And they see the Orcs off. Can they get onto this eastern power? We've got some infiltrated sluggers being sneaky thanks to that Kommando knob. One of his global buffs to infiltrate a unit. Hide the boys. Combi Flamer up for the Chaos Lord. Should be useful. Chasing around shooters and stuff. Triple shooters here for Espodat. Double for Quiet, Tihий, and big shooters on the way. Doom Bolts, not the cleanest of hits. Hard boys up on the sluggers, buffed by ChunkuCoates. Allowed them to get in and draw some fire, but huge amounts of Daka on the Chaos Sorcerer's face there, but he gets away. No Wargi yet for the Commandos. He's got a decent chunk of XP already, so is the Mech. Warboss into level 2 with a boss pole for those big 2v2 fights in the mid. Chaos and the Orcs have some brutal team fight potential, especially with all these heretics around in tier 1. Looks like we've got double grenade launcher heretics, triple grenade launcher heretics. These guys are still in a melee state, but that might be just because they don't have any more power to get yet more grenade launchers. Triple grenade launchers against the shooter boys. It's going to be pretty bad for those shooter boys, especially if they can chain that knockback together. Even frustrate the Warboss with it and that kind of thing. Look at this Daka though. Heretics don't like that. They need to try to shoot and move. They can't let a mass of shooters like this just plant their feet and start the Daka. Plague Champion barely gets away there, especially with the big shooters upgraded in. Extra range, extra DPS. ChunkuCoates happy to sit on single sluggers for now, with burners up. Might be plotting a quick Death Dread maybe. Got the bang bang hammer. All the power so far has been invested in this Warboss. Big stomp coming in. Has to cancel it to retreat and can't get away. Was in the face of a Havoc and double Eternal War Chaos Space Marines. There's a Doom Bolts. They touched one of the gens. Not sure if this has been hit yet, since it's been hit a little bit. The Orcs have the contested nodes. One of them is noded, one of them isn't. Got a decap here as well, thanks to Espodat. Chaos Lord's not happy with it. Have they gone quad grenade launcher? They have. Quad grenade launcher heretics. Can you say weird boy? I hope we see a weird boy to splat that with a foot of cork or something. Some war banners up, hop in there. War ability things, gives you a nice temporary bonus. That was only one of the grenade barrages, I think. Oh, they're getting close to those burners. That's bad for those heretics as well. Do they not have any more barrages? Maybe they did use them all. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, the shooters are winning out. 3 of them like that with knob leaders and big shooters. Just melt the heretics. They need something to screen in front of them. Like the Chaos Lord, for example. Or a Plague Champion, but I'm not sure where the Plague Champion is right now. Can we see him? Oh, he's all the way up towards the east. Helping put some pressure on the power. Hide the boys and the sluggers. Got caught by aspiring champion heretics. I can see them. Gonna get a full bash here, I think. Meanwhile, back to the mid. The mayhem continues. The death and destruction continues. Warboss with Ard boys up on himself. 25% damage resist. Chasing down some CSM that really don't want to fight him. Especially that Bang Bang Hammer. 75 melee DPS. And it attacks quite slowly, that thing. So there's big chunks of damage per swing. Kommando Knob is idle and goes down. Tihий just losing sight of him there, trying to defend the power. Weird Boy on the way for quiet. Tier 2s all around for Chaos fellas. ChunkuCoates got those Storm Boys. Was thinking maybe a Pain Boy. They haven't hit the tier 2 yet, so you might still see that Pain Boy. Chaos Sorcerer is duckered to death on retreat. Maybe the Plague Champion can get a revive. Just backing off generally now. Warboss in retreat was causing all sorts of problems, I'm sure. CSM didn't drop a model though. No Eternal War for Scummy's CSM, by the way. Which is why they got to tier 2 first. Storm Boys jumping in. Power melee squad. Well-timed grenade barrage there from the Plague Champion player with the bizarre name. Dealt with them pretty well there. Split, barraged, and got rid of them. Can they push off this now, Chaos? Orcs have kind of held the middle ground for now. Got these war banners here. Some looters up top. Plague Champion trying to operate in the northeast, gets caught. He's got some chosen Plague Marines on the field though, with those fancy Nurgle knives. ChunkuCoates does eventually go tier 2. That's a late tier 2. They were floating for quite a while there. Blood Crusher on the way for Almahr. And we see the Weird Boy. He's pretty weird. Brain sticking out and everything. Kind of has electric on it as well. What's he up to? Psychic power just rattling off that thing. Big shooter Daka for the Mekboy. Also has battery pack. There's a dark flame zone. Look how bunched up those Orcs are. Warboss all alone. Might need to just hit this and run here. Looks like the Chaos Lord was in range stance then, which you can do some good work with, the Combi Flamer. Do we have aspiring champions? Yep, aspiring champions coming in for Scummy. Eternal War is up as well. Double Slaughter can be nasty. That's a good thing to have in your pocket for when that Warboss comes running in. Just pop the double Slaughter, shoot that guy. Warboss won't like it. Don't see... Oh, there he is. Knob Leader on the way for the Storm Boys. Already have improved rocket packs for the extra jump range and the Bomber Boy. Sluggers have a Knob Leader as well. War Truck coming in to support. Maybe a Warpath Weird Boy as well. Here's the Blood Crusher. A Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. Heavy melee damage, and since it's a demon, benefits greatly from worship. Some Mark of Zinc CSM here for Almahr. 2 of them, in fact. Are you going to get on the power, fellas? I guess not. Not right now. Kind of bumbling around a bit up here, Chaos. Need to cap things or bash things or something. Plague Champion with a Plague Fist and Armor of Pestilence. And yes, I'm gonna keep complaining that it was nerfed. And they didn't fix it in 0.1. There's some Daka on the chosen Plague Marines. Doombolt's flying in. It's a good hit. Blood Crusher to lead the charge. Going straight for the Weird Boy. We didn't like that. Lots of Daka now on the Heretics having to flee. Chosen Plague Marines getting in. Don't have a melee charge, these guys. Exploding on death with some power melee damage over time. There's Nurgle's Rot to create some zombies. Works out pretty well. Got lots of shooter zombies there. Can they get on the power though? What is this? It's ChunkuCoates with a melee army supported by the war truck. Chaos Space Marines popping slaughter and drawing ranged weapons though are no slouch. Sluggers staying in. They could all reinforce off the war truck as well, of course, which was a big boon there. Warboss coming in, buffering everything with those bang bang hammer hits, and the boss pole with the passive buffs. I'm not sure what these raptors are up to. We don't want to be here, fellas. The big stomp misses. The raptors still drop 2 models in the flash there, including an aspiring champion. I think they had an aspiring champion in there. Maybe not. Maybe it was just this fella that died. I don't see another model. Back up towards the northeast. Blood Crusher still being a massive pain in the arse. Here comes a Death Dread now. Burning some bits on the way. Weird Boy gets a shot in. Don't have any anti-vehicle here, aside from a Blood Crusher itself that doesn't really want to tangle with a Death Dread. Oh, there we go. We have an auto cannon, which immediately might die. It gets away. Plague Champion goes in. Can do some work with his Plague Fist. He's pretty slow though, and it's not the most DPS ever. Death Dread just rampages away, and then rampages back in again. There's Pestilent Strike, which will actually help this stuff out versus those grenade launchers there with some damage resist. They are backing off. I don't think the Heretics can hold. Zap goes in. That's pretty bad for these guys. Gonna jump between targets. Oh, he didn't jump. Really? They were far enough apart. He didn't jump. 392 to 269 on the VPs. Death Dread taking Plague Marine missile hits. Might go down. One more will do it. Can they get one more? They can. Sluggers were going for the repair. Maybe they should have gone for tying them up in melee there. Meanwhile, Chaos get their VP back. Raptors are on it. No aspiring champion. Chaos Lord with Armor of the Inferno now. And here's ChunkuCoates and his melee boys. Goes tier 3. So does Quiet. The Commander Knob goes tier 3. Blood Crusher might be done for here. Nope, Tank Busters are retreating. I think it's going to survive for now. Maybe. There's a Warp Vomit from the Weird Boy. Nicely timed, nicely hit. While I take a swig of water. What is this? Oh, ChunkuCoates power bashing. Runs into Plague Champion though on rear armor. I think they're going to get the war truck. They do get the war truck. Everything needs to run now. And maybe live. Raptors could jump. Hard Boys up on the Storm Boys trying to save them. Chosen Plague Marines with that passive damage over time around them as well. And Icon of Nurgle from the Plague Champion to double down on that a little bit. Blood Crusher survives. Weird Boy flees. Has the Warpath. Up over 1,000 hit points is Weird Boy. It's not bad, is it? Chosen Plague Marine just staring down the looters, daring them to stay there. A little bit of friendly fire from Let the Galaxy Burn. It was alright. Level 2 Plague Champion. Up over 1,200 hit points. Chosen Plague Marines haven't leveled yet, but they're pretty close to it. Here comes ChunkuCoates. Looking for a decap, I think. Very good brawler, of course, the Warboss, which means he can operate alone pretty well. Oh, Mekboy comes in to get the decap. Never mind. You'll find something to do, Mr. Warboss. Tier 3 for the Plague Champion, Tier 3 for the Chaos Lord Scummy. And we've got Commandos up for Quiet. Very versatile Tier 3 infantry. We'll see what they do. They can even get a melee loadout these days. Well, I haven't seen too much of it in 3v3s. ChunkuCoates with flash gets up. And a power bash from the Chaos Space Marines here. 388 to 261. Can they get their natural VP back and hold it though, the Chaos fellas? This Blood Crusher's done well for Almahr. I was going to say carried them to tier 3, but they haven't actually gone tier 3 yet. They are floating. Scummy just queued something up. in tier 3. Maybe a tank? Not sure. Blood Crusher, I thought was maybe going to use the charge there. Tank Buster Barrage. Blood Crusher levels to 2. There we go. Still taking Tank Buster shots. Need to tie him up. There you go. Getting a cat on the power. Pretty good pressure here from Chaos. Need to get their natural VP in order to wipe the Tank Busters. Blood Crusher's been a massive pain in the arse here. Espodat down to just 2 units. Goes to some Flash Gits in tier 3. The Flash Gits of ChunkuCoates already have their blasters and are blasting stuff, such as double CSM standing there. Chaos Lord needs to try and get on the Flash Gits, but then you leave your CSM exposed to Storm Boys and Sluggers potentially. Here's those Mark of Khorne Havoc fellas. Trying to fight a Blood Crusher with Ard Boys up. It's not going to work out, fellas. Can they get away? Chaos Terminator's coming in from the Plague Champion. It's a Land Raider Phobos on the way for Scummy. Warboss comes to kick the Terminator. Of course he does. Level 4. Now he's bored. Goes to kick something else. Rod of Warp Fire for the Chaos Sorcerer. And Icon of Zinch. Warboss has to run. Seems to be operating on his own quite a lot here. 356 to 261. Doing alright though. Probing areas. Mekboy's down in the mid. Flash Gits with their blasters. Very good against Terminators. Oh, Dark Flame's coming in though. Just a light bit of warp fire for those guys. Look at the map, very blue. Midpoints are blue aside from this, which is uncapped. They need a bit more of a presence in the southwest, I feel like, Chaos. This is even noded and genned. They're doubling up the northeast, where the contested VP is. I mean, it makes sense. I wonder if we'll see Chaos Orcs meet them, or looks like they're maybe tripling the bottom of the map here. With this. Gonna get a revive on the Mekboy, I assume. Did the Terminators get something? They got an autocannon. And the Land Raider Phobos is up. With the las cannons on the side sponsons. Storm Boys jumping in. With a stun on landing. Only stun the Chaos Lord though. And are persuaded to leave quite quickly. Hard Boys should mean that they're absolutely fine. There's that Dirge caster from the Phobos. Debuffing. And first stunning all that stuff. No mass retreat though. Pretty good. Let the Galaxy burn. Look at that hit. That forces a mass retreat. Well done, Scummy. Level 5 Chaos Lord here. Warboss gets a stomp in, but I think it's gonna have to run. Can't stay here for too long. Look at the slaughter on the CSM. Pumping out huge amounts of damage. Still going. Swamp them up for these sluggers though. Level 3. Gonna see some bloodletters spawned in via blood sacrifice. Can they wipe the... Nope, they can't wipe the heretics. The sluggers got wiped though. Are you level 3 yet? Not level 3 yet. Flash Gits knocking themselves over. And we have a beamy death gun Mekboy. Blood Crusher barely gets outside of the firing arc there. And the Mekboy dies. How are you alive, Mr. Blood Crusher? Must have been on like 5 hit points or something. 317 to 236. Need some worship support. Where is it? Oh, just getting repaired, okay. 311 to 236. Knobs Building says ChunkuCoates. Indeed they are. Here they are. Tier 3 melee infantry. Super dangerous. Gonna get some upgrades and wreck some faces. At least they're gonna try to. Tons of Daka. Is the Plague Champion here? Where is he? Oh, he's over here. He's on the natural VP of the Orcs. That was Aura of Decay with the big knockback there. Now pops Pestilent Strike. Don't think you can get the cap there though, buddy. Warboss is kicking him. And Orcs are dying in droves in the mid. Another Land Raider Phobos on the way for Almahr. No great unclean ones, eh? 308 to 233 on the VP. Some more commandos for Espodat. I don't think I've seen a nuke yet. lot of red usage though. Decent amount of it. Mekboy's still down. Ardboy's up on the Nob squad. Boss Pole helps them out as well. They got Mina and Green and they got their Nob leader. And they're a big threat to the Phobos. Looks like Dirgecast has been used already. Or they'd be using it now, I imagine. Here come Heretics. They can Doom Blast and slow him down at least. Chaos Terminator is being chased by a Warboss. They will have some resistance to his regular melee damage though, I believe. With the super heavy infantry armor on. Chaos Horde can't keep the Nobs at bay for long. Still pushing through 4 models. Looks like they're not obsessed with the Phobos. They're taking out infantry as it appears and are eventually forced off. Here come the Chosen Plague Marines level 2. They can stack up some good damage over time on a single entity like the Warboss. So he runs. Level 6 though, this Warboss. Is someone capping here? Yes, Chaos are capping the northeast. They have another Phobos up there. 305 to 233. Still a VP lead for the Orcs. I feel like the Chaos team have had the better of the last few engagements. But they can't seem to translate that into mid-map authority here. They're still missing most of the southern contested points. Can't even cap this. It's right here, fellas. Come on. This is still genned. They have the northeast, though. And the power. What is this? Storm Boys capping. Slow to react. Chaos Predator is a Nurgle one for the Plague Champion player. Another Chaos Predator on the way for Scummy. Double Commandos for Quiet here. Are you going northeast? Yeah, they're going northeast. Gonna kick off. Gonna kick off. Rocket launcher, Commando Nob as well. There's a Rocks. Blood Crusher doesn't last long. It's a well-hit Rocks. Can they finish off the Phobos though? Running into their own Rocks a little bit, trying to chase down that Land Raider. Not sure if they can get it done. Commandos are going for it. There's a Noxious Cloud. Here comes some Chosen Plague Marines as well. It's only a couple more volleys. Is a good Dirgecaster. Nurgle's Rock comes in. Can they finish it? They're trying to keep moving before they fire here. One more might do it. Or maybe just a bunch of Daka. I think one more volley from the rocket launcher. There it is. They got the Land Raider. Trying res, says ChunkuCoates. Talking to the Mekboy, I imagine, in the mid. Yep, over here. Got a Power Claw Warboss now. And Trophy Rack on the way. Kind of surprised they're changing off the boss pole with Nob Squad right here. And that Trophy Rack instead. I mean, they're both amazing for big team fights. There's those Nurgle shots. Scummy's got one as well. Nurgle Pred has increased health regen, and melee resistance. Can the Nob Squad get this Phobos down? They'll tear it apart pretty quickly given a chance. Here comes the Chaos Lord. Maybe he can hit a good kill of the week. Or a bunch of fireballs. That works too. There's a Dirgecaster now. Stormboy's jumping straight into the Dirgecaster. Going straight after the Chaos Lord as well. There's a kill of the week. Nob Squad straight back on the Phobos with Ardboys up. No usage choppers though. I don't think I've seen that used yet. Gone for defensive buffs when they can. They're gonna get it, I think. Nob Squad just walked through everything and got the Phobos. Maybe it was a mistake to stop and do that Dirgecaster there. I mean, sure, do the Dirgecaster, but keep moving. They got it down. I don't know if we'll see another Phobos. Maybe a Great and Clean one would do alright. Got a bunch of Commandos on the field now. 4 squads between the 2 players there. 260 to 215. Chosen Plague Marines, what level are you fellas? Level 3, they've done well. It's really hard to completely put them down. Got so much health, it's kind of hard not to retreat them in time unless you're really not paying attention. Another Chaos Pred for the champion. This thing leveled up yet? No. This one's almost leveled. Getting some Nurgle worship now. Help it regenerate that health quicker. Might just go for double Mark of Noble tanks. 239 to 215. The Orcs VP lead is about to disappear, I think. Oh, maybe not. They didn't get a decap over there. Can they break out, though? Another well-timed Let the Galaxy Burn. And there's some immolates from the Combi Flamer. Level 7 Chaos Lord here. Just roasting some stuff. There's a bunch of Daka from the Commandos. I think he's going to be alright. Another Land Raider Phobos. Remember I said there wouldn't be another one, I don't think? Well, there is one. Don't remember what I say, is the lesson here. Commando grapples through. Trying to get some rocket launcher shots, maybe. It's a tough old tank, though. They are tough old tanks. 211 to 215. VPs are now in favour of the Chaos team. Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Almahr. Maybe with Mark of Khorne and Warp and stuff. Commando Nob getting a decap. 199 to 215. Chaos, the Plague Champion's got a hell of an army. Got level 3 Chosen Plague Marines, almost level 4. Level 3 Plague Marines, Terminators, double Nurgle Preds, and a kitted out Plague Champion. They have preserved their units pretty well. I mean, they lost a whole bunch of heretics, but kind of fair enough in a 3v3. Battle Wagon on the way for Quiet. That could do some work. The Nurgle Preds won't be a huge threat to it. The Phobos surely will. And it's double Dreadnoughts for Almahr. No mark on any of them yet. Oh, Mark of Tzeentch on the way here. It's going to be double Mark of Tzeentch, really. Got some anti-vehicle Dreadnought action. Commando bash. Look how quick they bash. And they get them all in a flash here. Mark of Tzeentch, CSM say no. Frenzied Barrage completely misses. Here's another one, trying to suppress them here. Didn't seem to suppress them, it hit them. Plague Champion is doing some damage just by being nearby with his Icon of Nurgle. It smells pretty bad, this Icon, it turns out. 185 to 215. Chaos massing in the northeast. Here come double Flash Gits though with their blasters. Seeing lots of Flash Gits and lots of Knobs. Sorry, lots of Commandos. Only a single Knob's got it. It is level 3 though. Scummy has some support heretics up. Gives them an aspiring champion. Builds a shrine to Khorne. Khorne will be happy, I'm sure. And there's that Phobos. Double Dreadnoughts moving northeast. Orcs get the decap. Commando's got it with that fast capping trait. Push these guys forward to create a distraction, create some space, and got the decap. Sneaky, sneaky. Chosen Plague Marines hit the level 4. 26, 62 hit points. Big zap gun shot though. Can they get one of these vehicles down here? They've got the Beamy Death Gun. They've got the Rocket Launcher Commando. But Chaos are coming in force. Beamy Death Gun is set up. Looks like they don't want to push. Don't want to push their luck. What is this? ChunkuCoates not giving up on his VP. Bloodletter's now spawning out of those shrines. Cannon Knob's got to apply some pressure here. There's that Galaxy Burn again, well timed by Scummy. Warboss is going to fall, I think. Indeed they do, so there's no more trophy rack around. Flash gets targeting. They got a really good target there. Auto CSM bunched up, wiping them out pretty good. Dirgecaster comes in. User Choppers is up on the Knob squad this time. Bloodlet is spawning though, doing some good damage. Can they get this tank down? No. They seem to be fighting the Chaos Lord here. They were dealt with pretty well, I think. There's kind of the sheer DPS and the Dirgecaster. Meanwhile, northeast, we have a heavy bolter turret. Well, we had a heavy bolter turret, didn't last very long. Plague Champion sad now. Big zap gun shot in there. Got a Nurgle Shrine to reinforce and heal nearby allies if it's being worshipped. I think it is now. Bunch of commandos coming in. There's a rock. It's a foot of Gork. I thought it was a rocks for a second. Look at the damage on that thing. Can they get a tank down here? There's a lot of AV all of a sudden. Beamy, the double commandos, and the commando knob. There is a rocks. They might get both of these tanks here. Almost. That one is barely survived. But it has survived. Yeah, the Marco Zincius Dreadnought's putting a lot of damage on the battle wagon. How much health do you have? Well, it's regenerating quite fast at level 3, look. I mean, I assume it gets better health regen as it levels. Most things do. But then again, it is a tank. I'm not sure if they put that in there. Slugger's on the way for Quiet to repair his battle wagon. Down to 93 VPs, okay, at the Orc fellas. Are Chaos being a bit stagnant here? Should they be pushed up on the power? I mean, the power's already bashed, I guess. I think it's better to sit back. And it's hard to be mobile all the way down to like the mid. Got shrines on their VP. They're doing alright. All top, I guess, says ChunkuCoates. Should they be pushing across the bottom here, though, scummy? They've got a decent army for it. Can hit Dirge Carter to facilitate an escape. Just don't push your Land Raider up too much. Kicking off in the northeast, another rocks to start things. And they get the tank. Dark Flames thrown in there, but it seems like it's missed its mark a little bit. The battle wagon is very low. Needs some repair support. The Mekboy is a repair hero. Don't see him though. Oh, he's over there. He's at the top of your screen. The battle wagon survives. There was a bit of a malignant blindness there, I believe, from the Chaos Lord. 53 to 215. Knob squad with the flank. Pain Boy's in there. I assume he's done his surgery already. Level 4 knobs. 1-to-1 cap. One of the Dreadnoughts still stands, but for how long? Ouch. Flash gets just exploding the CSM quite literally. Almahr's down to just Chaos Space Marines now. Is that a turning point? I mean, the other two Chaos Space looking pretty strong, and Almahr does have a bunch of resources to get back on track. With some Havocs maybe, something like that. I think double Havocs up at the top with Mark of Khorne and one with the Heavy Bolter to do some work. Get some suppression, try to control the movement of the Orcs. A bit like a kind of awkward flank here from Scummy. Are these shrines enough to deter the caps? Commando's going to go for a decap under infiltration. Not sure if they'll finish the cap. Looks like the flank was successful in forcing everything off at least. Oh, we've got some melee commandos. Mando stab him. Gets a big, huge hammer. And they get like a crack grenade, don't they? It's pretty cool. Double cap for the Orcs. Looted tank. More commandos. More flash kits. Meanwhile, they are... Yeah, the commando ran away. Got a decap though. It's important. It is important. There's the 1-to-1 cap. Chaos are taking the northeast. It's the Chaos Lord with his Dark Halo getting it done. Warboss being shot up here. Level 7. Ardboy's up again. Huge usage of that. Are they going to get him down? I think they are. Yeah, down he goes. 49 to 156. Orcs don't seem to have the staying power in the field. They only have that one knob squad. Lots of kind of glass cannon-ish. Tier 3 ranged infantry. I mean, they're not super glass cannon-y, but in the 3v3, they die so fast. There's Noble's Rot up on the knob squad. They don't have much support here. Here comes some now from ChunkuCoates. Get a revive on the Warboss. Malignant Blindness comes in. Kicking off in the northeast as well. Top of your screen. Orcs are going for the decap with some commandos up there, I think. Then the Galaxy Burn is another good hit. Warboss, I think, is going to go down again. Terminator's coming in. Knob squad. Is that a single model? Down to 2 models trying to smack the old Trying to smack the Phobos, but here is Pull the Boys to reinforce him. Chaos Terminator down to a single model. The Knob Squad can tear him apart. There we go. The new Chaos Terminators look nervous. Trying to just quietly scamper away there. 26 to 1, 4-6, 2 to 1 for the Orcs. They are not giving up. Nurgle Pred, I think, is going to go down. Maybe. It's so tough. Looted tank might get a rear armor hit. Oh, it stopped moving. I think it's close enough. There we go. Down goes a Noble Pred. 26 to 132. The Phobos survives. The Terminator survive. Knob Squad here very low for ChunkuCoates. Don't want to lose them, buddy. Level 4. Down to a single model now. Flash gets there to stop these guys coming any closer. Look at the damage. They dropped 2 models in a flash. Tank helping out there. Tank did some good work there for quiet. Oh, Almahr went for a land with a Phobos of their own. Obsessed with Phobos is here. This team. What is this? Oh, Commando's coming in. Thanks to the Commando Knob. Gets a decap down to 13 victory points here, the Orcs. Plenty of resources for quiet. Not spending them right now. There's a Dirge Caster. Not sure if this Phobos is going to get away though. It's a beamy death gun right here. Yeah, it's not going to get out. So that Phobos did not do a lot. At all. Yeah, very sloppy, as Scummy says. Scummy's Phobos has been around for a while, I think. Double CSM must be level 4. Here's the double slaughter though. They got the looted tank. Dark Flames in there. Noxious Cloud in there. All of the global damage skills on this little mob of stuff. Got some zombies out of it as well, thanks to the Chosen Plague Marines. 13 to 120 on the VPs. Can Almahr recover? They're getting some Chaos Space Marines here. They have tons of power, but no requisition to kind of utilize it. Stun bomb. Nicely timed on those heretics. Mando stab them going in there. The Plague Marines will explode on death. Was that a knockback? Does that U-Jammer have passive knockback or something? It didn't look like it was a special. Dirge Caster again. Warboss. Is he level 10 yet? He's level 8, almost level 9. Knob Squad smacking something. Is that the Plague Champion? No, it's a Plague Marine. Are they going to go down? Nope, Pull the Boys. Pull the Boys gets them back in, and there's an Imperial Abyss from Scummy on ChunkuCoates flash kits here. Trying to run out of it. He might wipe them both. Wipes both the flash kits. It's a good nuke. Those guys are just running into it, but it's ending. Looks like it's ending. Double buffed knobs with Hard Boys and User Choppers smacking through the Terminators. Down they go. What an ending. 13 to 104. Plague Champion just hanging out, level 7. He used to get close with that Icon of Noble. He's not doing it. Must be watching something else very intently, I guess. Now he's getting in there. Now he's getting in there. And then dies. Chaos Lord trying to grab this. But we have Commandos with the fast capping, grabbing their natural. Can these spawn Bloodletters cap? I'm not sure. 2 to 1 for Orcs. And look how depleted the Chaos team is all of a sudden. ChunkuCoates only has 1 unit, but it's a level 4 Knob Squad. Need to rebuy heroes. Maybe Quiet can revive them both up there. Level 9 Commando Knob. These guys aren't trying to decap. I don't know if they can. Double cap now for the Orcs. Have they done enough? I think they have, you know. With all these commandos around especially. I think they've done it. Scummy not happy with his teammates' performance later in the game. Chaos Lord's never happy though, to be honest. ChunkuCoates wants a res. Here we go. Gonna see a level 9 Kommando here from revives. The Warboss is indeed level 10. Up over 2,300 hit points at the end. Looks like Chaos are out of ideas. Do you have one more idea, Almahr? Don't think it's going to work out for you, yeah. It's a double cap now. They are getting a natural back, but it's going to be too little too late. The Orcs are going to take it with a pretty awesome comeback at the end. Frantic fighting start to finish pretty much. The level 10 Kommando with that rocket launcher doing work. So many Phobos and tanks went down for the Chaos team, it felt like. Level 6 mech. Some good zapping with his beamy death gun. Level 10 Warboss, always a threat. Level 9 Sorcerer Almahr seemed to struggle late on. Just couldn't quite recover from his losses. Got double CSM at the end. But that Phobos that they kind of completely wasted was a big deal. The Plague Champion player, level 8. And a level 10 Chaos Lord. It's pretty solid actually, Scummy. Good usage of Let the Galaxy Burn. And kept the Phobos going. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Big thanks to these players for playing a faction war. I believe ChunkuCoates sending this game in. And I'll see you next time.